Hey, this is Ryan from Dakota Angler and Outfitter, and today we're going to be tying a CDC and foam caddis. This is a Daiichi 1167 clink hammer hook, and I'm using 50 denier Semperfli nano silk thread. Start your thread right at the front. And don't go back too far because we're going to tie the foam in up here actually so we don't get a big bump at the back of our body. And I'm using 1mm foam in cinnamon, but you can match this to whatever color your local fish like. Get that tied in pretty good, and then you can kind of stretch it as you go back just to get a little slimmer body. And bring your thread back to the front. And then start wrapping. Oops. You can kind of, based on how hard you pull on it, you can make each segment just a little wider than the last. So just kind of loosen up as you go forward. Start tighter and end up looser. Okay, that'll work. Give that a good couple wraps there. With this nano silk thread, you can cinch stuff down with way less wraps than you normally would have to use. Now, this is a size 14, so I'm going to take 3 tan CDC feathers and line the ends up. I mean, if you're tying a bigger fly, use more. If you're tying a smaller fly, use less, obviously. But you want the wing to come just a little bit behind where the body starts there. Pinch that with your left hand. Do a couple loose wraps. Tighten it down. Maybe one more. The trick to cutting this is take it and twist it. And it kind of tapers itself that way for when you can put a couple more thread wraps over it just to keep it from making a big ugly bump at the front of your fly. Now we're going to take another CDC feather in the same color. You could stagger these two. You could do a little darker head if you wanted to, but we'll do the same color on this one. Tie that in, a couple good wraps. And bring your thread to the front of the hook and just wrap this forward to where your thread is. With that black thread showing too, it'll make your body just a little darker at the front, which is actually pretty realistic. Get about 3 wraps out of this one. Alright. Tie that down. Kind of fold everything back in case you have any kind of wild fibers here. You can trap them down. 2 wraps. And you can take and trim off your stem of your CDC feather there. It's not a particularly complicated fly, but it seems like it sits the right way in the water for a fish to like it, and it floats really well because everything on it's really buoyant. So definitely tie a few up. Tan is good locally here, but you can tie them in whatever color your local caddis are. You can take and trim that and just a little bit there. Right. That's it. Pretty simple fly. It's deceiving how well it works. So tie a few up. Thanks.